You should have received your kit in the mail. And the first thing I'm going to do is get my painter's tape out. And I'm going to start dismantling the snowflakes and put all of them along the one tape because they're all going to be the same color. I'm going to take the word hello, put it up to the side. I take the word winter. You want to be careful. These can be fragile. Put it to the side. I'm going to take the truck rails off. I'm going to take my cluster of snowflakes. I'm going to take my wood frame, my door sign, I'm going to remove my snow. It's going to be white, so I'm going to leave it on this tape here. And then I'm going to start putting the truck fenders, the doorknob, the bottom rim to the truck, the front fender. I'm going to lift up the truck. I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to put the internal part of the tire over here. So I'm going to lift this because I want to show you that this is the underside of the circle. And this is going to be very important. I'm going to turn it over, and this is the part that you want to glue. And gluing, this is just temporary. I'm going to put some tape on here just to hold this circle together and then flip it back over. I kind of put the circle on a tilt so that my seams fit underneath my wood. I want to add my slats exactly how I'm going to want to glue them down. Okay. So now I'm going to take the glue. And you want the slat with the hanger holes on the top. Then I'm going to go to the next slat down and glue that in place. And I'm going to do this all the way down. And you want to get all this glue on and press down on this ring. Now the biggest thing you want to be concerned about is that the glue isn't going down onto here, or this thing is just going to stick right to right to the tray. Okay. So this is the underside. Okay, so now I'm going to put this aside to dry fully. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit everything that's white. So you want to use this, and then you just put your clothespin right here. I'm just going to use this because I don't have a clothespin, and that's the only sponge I have. So I like to load, I'm going to do everything in white, unload, and start doing this pouncing motion. And this is going to be on all my snowflakes. I'm going to hit the frame of my sign for my door in the white as well. I'm going to hit my snow. Okay. And I'm going to do my words in the white. Sometimes I have a piece of cardboard that I can load and unload. I'm going to take the frame and move it over here just so it's out of my way, because I'm going to be using chocolate over here. My brush. Wipe it back. Then I'm going to do the rails. Again, you guys can use your sponge. And then I'm going to wipe it back. With the baby wipe. I'm going to use smoky quartz on anything that I think should be chrome, which is the front fender of the truck, the doorknob, and I'm just going to assume this is like a step side of some kind, so I'm just going to hit this with the smoky quartz as well. Okay. I'm going to put my word aside. Then I'm going to go in with the truck. I'm going to use the Republic Red. I'm just going to paint the entire thing in the Republic Red, and then I'll kind of pick apart then. That's just how I roll. We're also going to be in the Republic Red. I'm going to do the center of the tires white. And then you want to go through and make sure all the parts have a second coat. I think I'm going to use chocolate for the rim of the tire. And remember, the fender is going to go over this, so I don't have to be super neat. Okay. If you don't have any markers, I probably would leave this sign alone. It does says Frosty Farms, or you can go in with one of the Sharpie pens, or you could just take a regular black Sharpie and go over the word. I'm going to try it with the white. And I just felt like the white brush tip pen was very forgiving, and I was very happy with how that came out, even though it probably wasn't covered, you know, going over it perfectly. I felt like it kind of looks like a snowiness, so I'm happy with that. Okay. And the frame, I'm going to hit the inside. Okay, so I'm going to just let everything dry and I'll be back. So now I want to take some of the pieces from the truck, like the fender, and I'm going to take this dabber, or you can use your sponge that has just a little bit of white paint on. You don't want a lot of paint, and I'm just kind of making it look like snow on the upper portions of some of these pieces. So I did the fenders, I did the roof of the truck, I did the hood, I did the running board. I did hit the bottom of the tires as if it was in snow, and the back of the tailgate. And I just did this around the truck, not too much on the upper part of the door. And this is just going to give that snow vibe. So this is fully dry. And I'm gonna go with the smoky quartz. I'm gonna fill this in with the smoky quartz, which is a really nice gray from Wise Owl. And then I'm going to take the white and kind of go around the edge. You want to make sure this is really dry paint. So I just kind of wipe it off. And then I'm just going to kind of go. You can always go back over with the gray if you feel like you got too much on. Okay. Then I'm going to get the chocolate, and this is, again, personal preference, and I'm going to kind of scoot the chocolate around. Okay. So I'm just gonna hit the very tips of the snowflakes edges with the chocolate. There's a very little bit on my sponge is make a plan. I would put the letters on first so you know how much room you have to work with. I had the bottoms of the two L's hit that seam. And then we need the snow. Okay. So once you get kind of a plan, then we can start gluing. I'm gonna glue down my word winter at the bottom. And the hello in the winter, you almost want to be to the edge of your board. I'm going to do this line of snow. You could kind of overlap it on your tires if you wanted it to look like the tires were in the snow. I felt like it would make it a little fragile, so I just ran it underneath where the truck is going to be, and then just try to make your truck even with the snow. So the front tire may touch that line of snow and the back tire may not. But if you just kind of look at it like it's the side of the road and an embankment, that's kind of how my eye looked at it as. And then I'm going to add the snow to the back of the truck. Again, you do not need a lot of glue. A very little bit goes a long way. This stuff is very durable. I know what I'm using is different than what's in your kit, and that's fine. What's in your kit is going to work. I will suggest if you're going to hang this outside in the cold and in the heat, you know, that sun hits it and then the cold, sometimes I'll add just a little bit of wood glue to parts of my pieces, and that will give you that more outdoor endurance. I'm going to add the fenders. And again, you just want to take your time going through each of the pieces so you make no mistake, because once you lay these down, they will not come back up. So I just take my time, make a plan each step of the way so that I ensure I'm putting all the pieces in the right spot. I'm going to add the frame around the sign. You just want to get that glue right on that edge. I'm going to add the center of the tires. I just put the glue inside and then added my little pieces on top of the glue. I'm going to do the grill of my truck. I'm going to do the side rail. Then I'm going to do the wooden rails for the back of the pickup. And you're going to put this on top of the snowflakes. I'm going to do the wood slats on top of the rail. And this is just going to give the back of your truck a 3D vibe. I'm going to add a snowflake on the word hello. And then one on the welcome. The hello's to the left and the welcome, and the winter is to the right. I added a smaller one on the flakes in the back of the truck, and then a larger one in the same area, and just kind of staggered them. I'm going to add my sign to my door, leaving room for the door handle. And I put a little glue where the door handle is going to go, and then added the door handle to the glue. You can add your extra snowflakes wherever you want. I did add another one in the back of the truck, a smaller one. Then I put one to the left of my sign. I put one at the top above the E, and then one to the right. But again, you have the freedom to put these where you think they would look nice. Thanks for your purchase, my friends. I hope you're happy.